Hey guys, welcome back to the full playthrough of Final Fantasy X HD. Pick up right where we left off in the ruins. Sin just destroyed Xanarkand, and I got sucked into it, and we're waiting to see why that happened and what that means for us. I mentioned in the last episode, this is not the most compelling part of the game, so I'm going to try to have some good commentary and maybe get through it, and it'll probably take maybe 2 or 3 more episodes before we get to Besaid Island. But I'll try to get through them as quickly as possible. Oh. And again, they just make these sounds like you're underwater, man. You can't just. Oh. I don't know. Well, that's the save sphere. That's kind of cute. But we gotta dive here, if I remember correctly. The music is really good here too. It's, mysterious and forbidding. Titus adapts to all of this really, really well. Like, it doesn't really talk too much about, his Xanarkand, like if they were fiends like this, but, I mean, these are monsters. Listen to that battle music. His entire city just got destroyed. And now he's fighting monsters. Horrifying. Look at them. They're as big as he is. Giant Sahagins. And I'm just gonna use the sword underwater now. This is just my life now. And I went for the remastered soundtrack. I love the original, but this is actually the first time I've played through the HD remake all the way. So I really I honestly just wanted to hear it, to hear what they changed with it. And listening, to clips on YouTube or whatever, I knew that I liked a lot of what they had done with it. There's always a bigger fish. I always get confused. The intro gets mixed up in my head. I thought that the part with the flint and tinder was first, and then you went underwater and fought this guy. But you don't kill now, do you? Right? You just kind of chase him away, or you get rescued by the Albed. I can't remember exactly what happens, but you come back and fight him when you're trying to get Anima, I believe. And I think this guy is sort of like the Sin Spawn was, where his damage is based on the health you have left. Like you took up a third each time. Well, a third of your maximum total when you started. Not exactly a third like Sin Spawn did with Demi, or even a quarter in that case. All of the music in this game is so good. I'll definitely be talking about music a lot throughout this series because, like I said before, I played music professionally for a while. I've composed music for short films and stuff like that. Eventually, if I ever get the software to do it, if I ever have like an Ed Slate or anything like that, any music I'd want to compose myself. That'd be something to really make the channel stand out. As all music composed by the content creator. But that's probably way in the future. So all that is just to say, I love music. I'll be talking about it a lot in games. And a lot of my favorite series, Zelda, Smash,
I had made it
Pokemon,
out of the frying pan and into the freezer.
Into the freezer. I just have great music. Anyway,
I thought I was going to die in this place.
I mentioned in the last couple episodes, the beginning is cutscene heavy, and I'm going to try to not talk over the characters. So there might be some periods without a lot of commentary, but I'll do my best to sort of strike that balance. But I am very new to this. This is just like my third commentated episode, so we can kind of learn together. And of course, I'm going to read your comments and respond to as many as I can, and try to make what changes I can. But I sort of went over it in my intro video. I don't have a lot of software. I'm just using the share function on the PS4, and I can't really edit them. I listen back to them before I upload them, and I might, put a comment apology of, something I messed up. Like I know in the first war story, you could check out Like, I messed up some of the release dates, and my microphone was popping like crazy. I guess I had it turned up too much, so I tried to fix that. But there's not really a lot I can do in terms of editing. So those sorts of comments, will be appreciated. If it's stuff I can fix, I'll do something with it. But if it's not, I'll just have to apologize for now. So I'm making that YouTube money. There's not a lot I can really do. I don't have a lot of scratch for editing software, all that stuff. Yet, if this is successful, if people start to follow and show support on the videos, I would love, anything I can do to make the channel better, I'd love to do. So this is our first puzzle of the game, is start a campfire because Titus is freezing to death. So you need to find flint and tinder. And I mean, I call it a puzzle. There's 2 rooms, and they each have one of the items you need, but, it's something. At least it's just not, a cutscene or just walking around. Is this the door we just came from? Yes. Is it? Yeah, I think so. This is the Cloister of Trials music, which I think is a nice touch, because when you play it later, it'll be a callback to this scene, and it's more or less the puzzle music, which I also think is kind of cool. And I think the tinder is a bouquet of flowers. Yes. With the bouquet. I can't remember what's up here. I think there's a treasure chest. Like, this has got to be one of the only, oh my word, one of the only game series where he actually crouches down and opens up the chest, like they'll go from, in some games they just magically open, some games they'll kick them open. In Kingdom Hearts he just taps them with the key, although I do kind of like that because he's unlocking them. He just taps them with the keyblade. But in this one he just opens the treasure chest, nothing fancy for Titus here. So puzzle solved. Let's light a fire. If this was a modern game, we'd have like a press X to light fire. Well, I guess I did just press X to light fire, but some kind of quick time event. The most powerful, I guess that explosion was that it? I always assumed the explosion was like the fire roaring to life, because immediately after, now he has like the best campfire ever, with his withered bouquet and his rocks, or sparks. But I guess the explosion was the Sahagins, or Sahagins, or however, I have no idea how to pronounce them, coming in. I thought it was just like the roar of his, I mean, I guess in the withered bouquet, he also found like a lighter and lighter fluid and all that, because that's quite the fire.
I need food.
I guess I can empathize with him, but...
What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
There's a lot of weird scenes in this game. Like, what am I supposed to take? What does that mean to me? You cried. Okay. And Orin's a jerk. I mean, the team didn't lose. I mean, one call. I mean, I guess he's the team captain, but I mean, there are team captains in other sports, and it's not always their fault. These aren't Sahagins anyway, even if I am pronouncing it correctly. I can't remember what they're called, but
Hey,
these purple
wait,
guys are different.
Wait! Don't go out on me!
Find another withered bouquet.
Nah,
Or burn your
just hold on.
weird
I'll get more wood.
extra pants. What is it? I guess this thing is like a mini boss, isn't it? Like, you don't fight a bunch of them. That's why I'm not recognizing it. I think I'm correct. Yeah, it's playing the boss battle music anyway.
Give me a break!
Whoa! It kind of reminds me of the Acklay from episode 2, the green arena monster that fights. It's the one that goes after Obi-Wan that he ends up killing later on in the fight. It's actually quite similar visually. The Acklay's a lot bigger, and his head is kind of flat, but the same, like, sharply pointed legs. I think the Acklay might have six legs too, now that I'm thinking about it. Music composed by Nobuo Uematsu. One of the best composers, if you ask me. Is this the Albad coming? I think it is. The Albad are really cool too. I like their language, and I like finding the primers to start to learn it. I wish I had done already a playthrough on this PlayStation on the HD remake, so that more of the dialogue would be revealed already. That was really fun. Is like each playthrough getting a little bit closer, because you know you miss one here or there. That's there's a lot of the side stuff in this.
Cool.
I really like. I like finding the Albad primers. I like Blitzball, like I said in an earlier episode. I tried to not use a grenade immediately. Ah. In this fight, I mean, I guess it'd be pretty tough to do so, but I think you can lose this one. Because this is like teaching you about items and all that, so... Okay, only one thing to steal. So I think like it expects you to use potions and that sort of thing. I guess I should just use grenades with her. I don't want to. Ha! We're already getting close to our time for this episode. I might have to cut this battle in the middle because there's a cutscene afterwards that I wouldn't want to cut in between. So there's a percentage chance to get multiple steals from him. So let's use another grenade this time. How does that affect? So over on the right, if you haven't played this game, you see the little faces are who's going to take the next turn. So it's going to be Riku, then Click, then Tidus, then Riku, then Tidus, and then it's either going to be Click or Riku again, depending on if I steal or use. So use will make it longer before she can move again. But I mean, it's not really going to affect anything. Well, actually, use will make it quicker. So really no reason. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to cut this battle off right here. You'll see the thrilling conclusion of what happens with Tidus, Riku, and Click next time. But thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter at FullIncense. My name is The Jericho. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know about you guys, but I am full.